Namaste everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with me. Hopefully you are following the videos, hopefully you are getting ideas also, especially about English grammar. If you have any doubt, any requirement, feel free to contact. Definitely you comment on the box. Let us begin today's class. Today I am with you to discuss one of the most important as well as interesting topics. As far as voice change is concerned, and this particular segment of the voice change, oftentimes it comes in any kind of competitive exams. So here today I am with you with the voice change with imperative sentences. Before going deep into that, let me just write something for you, and then let us see what happens. I'm just writing do it. All of us we know that is an imperative sentence. Let me write another one. Come here. That is also, you can say, imperative sentence. Let me allow to write another one for you. Ram. Ram. Do it. I have written, three different sentences. At least you can see here if you read. Do it, come here, Ram, then a comma, do it. Interestingly, all these three are imperative sentence, but all are different. This one is different from this one. This one is different from this one. Again, this one is different from this one. And this one is different from these two. So if you look very carefully, there we have three kinds of imperative sentences if we try to categorize them. The first one, let us talk. This one is do it. So you see here we have a verb plus it object. The first one is a verb and an object. The second one, come here, verb here. Whether this one is an object here, it's actually an adverb. Then that means this is without object. If I try to rephrase this sentence like this, without object. And the third one, if we look at it, this is subject, then we have a comma, then verb, then object. So altogether we have three different types of imperative sentences. Now we will see how to change these imperative sentences from active to passive. So let us take the first category first. That is verb plus object. And it can be verb plus object plus others also. We can put here others also. There is no problem. If we write do it now. If we write do it now, so it is verb, object and others. So how to change this active from this active to passive? This one is active. Now thing is that if you have an imperative sentence that starts with a verb and having an object with that verb. So if your imperative sentence has a verb with which it starts and an object with that verb, then we have to change these active sentences to passive by using a let to it. This we have to remember. We have to use let with this. So this type of imperative sentences, while changing it from active to passive, we have to use a let with it. So let us change these two sentences and then we will go to the structures of these sentences. So the first one, it is with us, do it. You see, in this particular imperative sentence, we have a verb with which it starts and an object. So as I said, if we want to change it to passive, we have to use a let. So it is like this, let it be done. Again, if we write it like this, let it be done now. So you see, these two are the active sentences and we have changed these two active sentences to passive. And as I said that in imperative sentence, if the sentence starts with a verb and with it an object is there, we have to change it by using let. So let it be done. So let us just try to form the structures. In active structure, what is this? Verb plus object plus others. Verb plus object plus others. This is active. So the passive would be let plus object plus be plus third verb plus others. Okay, is it clear? I hope it is clear. So a verb, object, others, do it now. This is one imperative sentence starting with a verb having an object with it. So while changing this to passive, we have to use a let like this. Let it be done now. So let, then it means the object here. And this particular object we have to use here. You see the object. Then be, one particular be we have to use. Then third verb, done. Do, did, done. The third verb and the others. So this is one kind of imperative sentence that starts with a verb having an object with it. So it should be changed like this by using let. But in our examples, if you can remember, we have just seen we have another type of imperative sentence too. So let us just take the second one. Let us just take the second one. For example, the second one was like this, come here. Come here. Now you see, here we have a verb, there is no problem. But this one, we cannot say it an object. This is one adverb of place we can also say. So how to change these imperative sentences, those which don't have an object with the verb, how to change those? Whether we can change these imperative sentences with let, the answer is no, we cannot change. So how to change? If we have imperative sentences that starts with a verb but doesn't followed by an object, we have to change it like this. If I just change it, you are asked to come here. That one is the passive one. You are asked to come here. So if we try to frame, now this particular asked, it depends on the sense. If I say sit down, so you are ordered to sit down. If I say come in, you are asked to come in. If I say go there, then you are ordered to go there. If I say don't run in the sun, you are advised not to run in the sun. So if we try to structurize this particular passive voice, how will it be? So it should be passive. You are asked to plus the sentence. If I try to write like this, now this asked, in place of asked, many things can be there, like ordered, advised, requested. Then not. Why have I used not if the sentence is in negative? For example, don't come here. Don't come here. If I write like this, don't come here. So we have to change it like this. You are asked not to come here. You are asked not to come here. So you see, you are asked, we can take it as a phrase. You are asked, then either to or not to, as per the requirement of the sentence. That means if the sentence is in affirmative, we would use to. If the sentence is in negative like this, we use not to. So here you are asked to. Why? Because this is in affirmative sentence. Here you are asked not to. Why? Because this is in negative. So as per the requirement of the, as per the sense of the sentence, whether we would use to or not to, then the sentence, the original sentence that is given here. So like this we can change this type of imperative sentence that starts with a verb but doesn't carry an object with it. So the sentence that starts with a verb but doesn't have an object with that verb. So in order to change those active voices to passive, we can follow this particular structure. You are asked or advised or ordered or requested, then we have to use either to or not to. It is depending on the sentence. If it is in affirmative, it is to. If it is in negative, it is not to. Then the original sentence that is given. So that's how we can change the second type of imperative sentence. Now remember, we had another type of imperative sentence. So just let us try with that. If I try to write the third type of imperative sentence that we saw earlier, it was like this. Ram, do it. You see the structure? Here you have a subject with comma, then verb, then object. This is the active structure. Now how to change this? This one is different from the previous two. The first one had a subject, had a verb and an object with that. The second one had a verb with which it started but didn't have an object with that. And this one is having a subject with a comma, then you have a verb as well as it has an object. So how to change this? So let us first change this sentence into passive, then we will follow the structure. If we just change it into passive, it would be Ram is asked to do it. Now this particular asked, if you think that is an order, you can use order. If you think the sense is an advice, it should be advised. If you think the sense of the sentence is a request, it would be requested. So it will go as per the sense of the sentence, whether this sentence is ordering something or it is of advice, it is of a request. as per the sense of the sentence, this particular thing we can change. So this one is the active structure. Now let us try to form the passive one. Passive one is obviously the subject plus be verb, am, is, are. So subject plus be verb, am, is, are. It will depend on the subject definitely. As per the subject, we would use either am or is or are. Then what is that? Subject, am, is, are. Then asked to. Now this asked, in place of this asked, ordered, advised, requested, told, commanded, anything you can use. Now this not, why this not? Just like the previous one, if the sentence is in negative, to, then plus the verb plus object. So this is the particular structure. Subject, am, is, are. Then whether it will definitely depend on the sense of the sentence. Asked, told, ordered, advised, requested, whatever it is, we have to put that as per the sentence. Then either to or not to. Why to if the sentence is in affirmative sense? Why not to if the sentence is in negative sense? Then we have to use the verb that is given in this particular active voice, that verb, and the same object we have to use here, which is given in the active voice. So this is how you can change the imperative sentences, all three types of imperative sentences, from active to passive. And remember one thing, this is very important for any kind of competitive exams as well as board exams too. So this is how we can change the voice of the imperative sentence. Hope thing is cleared. Hope your fear of how to change the imperative sentences from active to passive has been cleared to some extent. So hopefully it is understood. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.